What's going on, guys? CryptoHoy here, and in this video we're going to be taking a quick look at Digitoads to see what are their pros or cons, what they have to offer, and possibly any red flags. So if you guys want to find out all that information, make sure to watch this video to the end. And before we jump right in, if you find this video to be helpful and informative, make sure to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't done so yet, and also hit the bell so you never miss another video and another update. So with that said, let's jump right in. Currently, Digitoads is on their stage 9 on their pre-sale. And as we can see right here, there's a total of 10 stages. So right now it's at stage 9, which is at this price at 0.047, so just below 5 cents. And then stage 10, which is going to be their last stage, and also their launching price is going to be at 0.05. We can also look at here what was their price on stage 1. So on stage 1, their price was at 1 cent, meaning that if you bought at stage 1 and you were to sell at stage 10, which is 5 cents, you have already like 5x your money right off the start, which is really good. Now, here's some things that I also find to be very interesting on this project. One of them is that they're going to be launching on a decentralized exchange. Okay, so I find that to be very good. Although they are also launching at a centralized exchange at Bitmart. And by the way, Bitmart, if you were to be a US citizen, you're able to also trade, like it says right here. US customers can trade on Bitmart, but the exchange earn and lending products are unavailable to users in the United States. But at least you're able to trade, which is, I think to be one of the most important things on an exchange, right? So that's a good thing from here. And the most important thing of all is that they're going to be launching this on a decentralized exchange. And this is important because it allows everyone to easily be able to exchange or trade or do whatever they want with their tokens after they're able to claim their tokens. And because we have seen projects that they don't launch on a decentralized exchange, they launch at a centralized exchange. And yes, although that may sound good and everything, it may be taken more seriously, but ideally you want to do that later on, because not everybody have access to certain exchanges. Some exchanges are not available in the United States. Some exchanges are only available in certain regions or areas in the world, such as just UK and other countries, but not in the US. So I think that doing it this way is just much better and also more fair. It just pretty much makes everything fair for everybody. But anyways, let's move on here on what they have to offer. So the first thing here that they mention is that it is a earn, stake, play, connect. So basically, play to earn full utility meme coin. And I have mixed sentiment when it comes to this, because as of right now, I still believe that crypto gaming, all right, on mobile devices is not the time yet. It sounds good, the idea sounds great, but it's just not working. We've seen what happened to Axie Infinity. They tried to take this to mobile and it just failed. We're seeing this right now with Tomodachi. Their price is pretty much they're just trading sideways for the most part. They haven't been able to go up. And just keep in mind that Tomodachi, the highest that it went after launch, it was like at 20 cents or 19 cents. Now it has dropped like 95% or something, which is now 1 cent. So from 18 cents or 20 cents almost, it dropped all the way down to 1 cent. So that's a very, very big fall. And they are also doing the same thing. And by the way, they already, and I covered this on a previous video, you guys can watch this or check it out right there or in the description down below. But Tomodachi, they have already launched an app, and yet people don't really seem to be that interested on the app. That you can play is also play to earn. And like I mentioned already, that I made a video covering this on how you can transfer your tokens. But the mobile industry, okay, like Google Play and App Store, they want a piece of the pie. But whenever you're using cryptocurrency to make those purchases, they cannot track or they cannot monitor those transactions because it's not going through the payment gateway. But yeah, anyways, I'll just I'll leave that there because I can talk on and on about that subject. But just keep in mind that the idea is good. Okay, gaming on a mobile device is good. Is one of the biggest market out there, to be honest. Their income or like their profits are much bigger than the console industry. So the mobile gaming, it is much bigger than the console gaming, which is just crazy. And it also makes sense because people are on their mobile phones everywhere, while with a console, you can't take it everywhere. All right, like your PS5 because it's big. But anyways, let's move on over here. And one thing that I also wanted to point out here is a potential red flag. And let me just go straight over there. And I'm going to cover here the tokenomics in just a little bit. But one thing I wanted to mention here is a possible red flag. And what is that? Is on their team. Although we do have the name of their teams right here, and it says meet the team. So we have Curl. So I don't know if I butchered the name, sorry. We have Mark, Karina, Colin, and Red Duck. Okay, so this is great, and they have their LinkedIn information. So right at face value, right up front, it seems like maybe it could be trustworthy, and that is great. But here's the thing, once you start clicking and looking at them, there's a problem. So let me show you that here right now. So when I click over here to Curl, the first thing is that it doesn't show anything. I don't know if it doesn't exist, but it takes me to my LinkedIn account feed. And that's it. It doesn't show me like anything else. So let me go back over here. Let me click on Mark, which is a product developer. Now it does show me the name Mark and everything. And it does show Red Duck blockchain development, which is a good thing and everything. But it doesn't show me here anything related to Digitoads, which is this project right here. It doesn't show me anything. And I try to search here on experience or anything like that, or that they're working on, that they are behind this project. It just doesn't mention anything to do with Digitoads. And this happens throughout all of them. So if I click on Karina, you know, it looks like they work with social media manager. Again, it doesn't mention anything to do with Digitoads or anything like that. And also, I mean, I could be wrong, but the image, in my point of view, it looks like it could be like AI generated. And, you know, I could be wrong. Maybe this person does exist. You know, there's a work history here. There's a pretty much like a resume over here, but I don't know. That's just my first initial thought when I saw this. But again, it doesn't mention anything to do with Digitoads, and it just mentions like past work history, pretty much like a resume, but nothing much here. When we go here to Cullen Digital Marketing, again, it does mention the name, but it doesn't mention anything to do with Digitoads. And just to kind of conclude here, let me go to Red Duck, head of products. We do see here Red Duck. We see here the information, the logo, but again, and also some of the team, I guess, pictures here, but we don't mention anything. They don't mention anything about Digitoads. Now, one thing that is very interesting is that when you search for Digitoads on LinkedIn, it brings you here. You can go to their homepage. They have about. Let me refresh this again. It gives you here their website, some information, and it says that the company size is between 11 to 50 employees, but there's only one LinkedIn. And it says includes members with current employer listed as Digitoads, including part-time roles. So they have this many employees, but there's only like one person LinkedIn linked to this account. And then when it says post, we don't really see anything. And then when we see jobs, of course, nothing. But people, it says that there's only one person in India, one person in Telangana, India, and here's some other places on Hyderabad. And that's about it. It doesn't really mention much about this Digitoads, which I find it to be kind of a red flag, considering that out of all the people that we search here, none of them mentions Digitoads. So my question is, are they really working here, or maybe they're using them as a profile, and they don't? And maybe these people here, they don't even know they're being used on this project. I don't know. Maybe they do, and you know, share your thoughts. What do you guys think about all of this? But I just find that to be kind of a red flag, because I've seen other projects that with their LinkedIn and their social medias, with other social medias accounts, they all talk about this project. So I just don't understand why they're not mentioning that. So that's one thing. Now let's go here to the tokenomics real quick, where it says pre-sale and community bonus. So the whole pre-sale is going to be this amount, which is close to 70%. And then their, let me see, their team token is going to be about 30 million tokens. And then their development is going to be about a little bit over 30 million, which is very close. I just find it funny that they're saying team tokens and development tokens are almost very, very like the same thing. They should just say 10%, because the development are also part of the team. But anyways, then the prize and competitions is going to be like 7%. 5%. And then the project launch, pre-sale release, liquidity, and everything else is going to be like 13%. So it's not too bad. Ideally, you want to have like the liquidity pool to be like around 20%. I think it's better, like 20 and plus. 25, it's actually pretty good and up from there. But that's pretty much our tokenomics here. There's not much really going on their buying taxes and sell taxes, 2% burn. And then either if you buy or sell their tokens. Also, they have NFT staking pools. Again, right now with NFTs, they're linking it with the game. That's the utility they're providing it. But like I mentioned before, right now the gaming space, when it comes to crypto gaming and the mobiles, in the mobile market, is a conflict of interest because again, Google Play and App Store, they want a piece of the pie, but first they need to be able to monitor it. But anyways, moving on, it says liquidity pool is 1%, which is not too bad. At least they're adding more liquidity, and also treasury, which is 2%. And treasury just mean pretty much back to the team so that they can, I guess, kind of manage it somewhat. Like when we go here to the white paper, it mentions what is treasury, and pretty much they're saying our treasury is created to help support all of our given features and functions. It is there to make sure that the Toads community, the swamp, and market activities are constant. So basically it's for the project, right? AKA team, because they're managing the project. And then it says right here, the treasury also plays a role in stocking up the staking pool, supporting Toads constantly, deflationary model, and keeping the liquidity pool topped up to ensure users can join and leave the swamp freely. So that sounds important. We just have to hope that they actually do that. And lastly, let's take a quick look here at their CoinSalt, which is their audit. Now, anytime now, I've seen this like so many times on projects that even with auditing, even with being KYC'd, a project can become a rug pull, or it can have like a gray or like just a soft rug, or things can go wrong, right? There can be a huge dump after the launch, and that's just what happens. When we click on audit, it's going to take you here, but there's no way that they show you anything here at that is easy access to look at their audit. You actually have to like type this and search it up, which is exactly what I did. So I went to search this up at CoinSalt, and then I typed in the search for Digitoads, and we have the audit right here. And so here I was looking through the audit to see if there was any red flags here, and I searched for the contract address right here really quick, and right now it's only showing just one holder with all the total amounts of tokens. Now, I did find here some possible red flags, and let me show you that here right now. And this audit was done on February 22nd, 2023, by the way. And yeah, let me scroll down here so I can show you like the red flags. And the first one is this. It says medium risk, and it should be fixed, because if not, it could bring problems. And it says owner can change swap token amount without limit. Once limit is set to low value, sales are blocked. So basically, he can limit the amount of how much you're allowed to sell. And right here, the recommendation is contract performing the swap according to swap token at amount threshold, which can be changed without limit. It has the risk of if threshold will be set at a low value, then quantity of tokens above the threshold will be accumulated in contract, and owner can withdraw anytime. So basically they need to change this so that way you can like exchange, trade, or do whatever you want after you claim your tokens freely without having any limitations on the threshold or amount. And one of the biggest red flags, it will be this one right here, which says owner can pause the smart contract. And this means that when they did the test, the owner of the smart contract has the ability to pause the contract. If this is the case, users can no longer interact with the smart contract. Users can no longer trade the token. So this is something they need to, fix, so that way you can go ahead and trade freely without having any problems. So pretty much the owner of the token, whoever created the token, they need to go ahead and fix that. But other than that, I didn't find anything else that was wrong with this token. But when it comes to all these types of these pre-sales, we always have to be very, very careful that these types of purchases is not an investment, but rather a gamble, okay? And a very high risk gamble, okay? And this is just my opinion, but yeah, I've seen people, lose a lot, similar to like going to a casino. You're giving like hundreds or even thousands of dollars to invest on this, and then next thing you know, everything just dumps and then you lose your money. So it's not an investment, it's more of a gamble. So there you go, guys. That's pretty much the quick review, the quick look on this project. And I'm curious to know what is your thoughts about this. Are you guys buying this token? Are you guys not buying this token? Or perhaps you're interested on another pre-sale that you would like for me to review. Also, feel free and share that down below. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you find this video to be helpful and informative, make sure to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't done so yet, and also hit the bell so you never miss another video and another update. Check out my other videos, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.